The first chapter that we are going to study today in English language is nouns. So we all know what is a noun. A noun is a naming word. A noun is a word that is used to name persons, places, animals, things, ideas or feelings, right? For example, Ram. Ram is the name of a person, so Ram is a noun. Bhopal. Bhopal is the name of a place, so Bhopal is a noun. Dog. Dog is the name of an animal, so dog is a noun. Book. Book is the name of a thing, so book is a noun. Kindness. It is a feeling, so it is also a noun. Now, nouns can be countable or uncountable. Countable nouns are the nouns that we can count. For example, book, chair, pen, pencil. These are the nouns that we can count. So, these are countable nouns. These nouns can be used to answer the question how many. For example, how many books have you read? I have read 3 books. So, book here is a countable noun. Second, how many boys are there? There are 8 boys. Again, we can count the number of boys. We can count boys. So, here, boys is a countable noun. Now, uncountable nouns. Uncountable nouns are the nouns that we cannot count. For example, sugar, water, scent, wheat, etc. These nouns can be used to answer the question how much. For example, how much sugar do you want? I want 1 teaspoonful sugar. How much water is in the bucket? There is a lot of water in the bucket. Now, types of nouns. Nouns can be divided into different types: proper, common, material, collective, concrete, and abstract. What is a proper noun? Any particular name of a person, a place, or a thing is a proper noun. And a proper noun always begins with a capital letter. For example, Rabindranath Tagore, New Delhi, Kaveri, Pranab Mukherjee, Bombay, Friday, etc. Now, what is a common noun? A common noun is used to refer to people, places, or things in general. Whenever we talk about someone or something in general, we take a common noun. For example, woman, girl, doctor, city, teacher, shop, tennis, etc. Now, what is a collective noun? It is the name given to a group of a particular animal, bird, thing, or people. So basically, it is the name given to a particular group or a class. For example, mob, nation, people, herd, pride, galaxy, etc. Now, material noun. Material noun is the name of substances or materials. For example, water, iron, steel, sugar, wood, wax, oil, etc. Now, there are some nouns which we cannot touch, smell, see, taste, or hear. Our feelings, emotions, qualities, and ideas. They have no color, size, shape, sound, smell, or texture. So you can only experience and understand it in your mind. So these are what? These are abstract nouns. So an abstract noun is the name of qualities, ideas, emotions, actions, feelings, and conditions. These nouns are the names of things that cannot be seen, touched, heard, smelled, or tasted. For example, pride, love, ability, beauty, charity, kindness, hatred, etc. Now, what is a concrete noun? A concrete noun is a noun which we can experience through at least one of our five senses. It is the name of things that could be experienced through the five senses such as sight, smell, hearing, taste and touch that we have. For example, sunrise. Sunrise, you can see sunrise. Fragrance, you can smell fragrance. Sweet, you can taste sweet. Songs, you can hear songs. So these are concrete nouns. Now, formation of abstract nouns. Abstract nouns can be made from adjectives, common nouns and verbs by simply adding suffixes to them. We learn here how to make abstract nouns from adjectives. So, whenever you will add suffixes like ness, dom, y, etc. to an adjective, it will become an abstract noun. We'll try to understand it with the help of an example. Here, happy is an adjective. When I'll add ness as a suffix to happy, it will become happiness. So now happiness is a feeling, it's an emotion, so happiness is an abstract noun now. Likewise, sad. Sad is again an adjective. When I'll add ness to sad, it will become sadness. Now sadness is again a feeling, so it is an abstract noun. Now, there are some adjectives which change differently to form abstract nouns. We have to change their spelling differently in order to convert them into abstract nouns. For example, long. In order to convert long into abstract noun, we have to change the spelling of the long here. Long will become length. Humble, humility. Wide, width. Glorious, glory. Proud, pride. Intelligent, intelligence. So these are some examples. Just now we learned that we can make abstract nouns from adjectives. Now we learn how to make abstract nouns from common nouns. We can make abstract nouns from common nouns by simply adding suffixes like ship, hood, dome, etc. Here are some examples given. Friend is a common noun. When we'll add ship as a suffix to friend, it will become friendship. Now friendship is an abstract noun. Child is a common noun, and when we'll add hood as a suffix to child, it will become childhood. So childhood is an abstract noun. Likewise, leader. When I'll add ship to leader, it will become leadership, and leadership is an abstract noun. Now, king. When I'll add dom to king, it will become kingdom. Now kingdom is an abstract noun. Scholar. When I'll add ship to scholar, it will become scholarship. Now scholarship again is an abstract noun. Okay, now we learn how to make abstract noun from verbs. We can make abstract nouns from verbs by adding suffixes like iron, ends, ire, meant, Asian, al, etc. Now some examples are act. Act is an action verb. When we'll add iron as a suffix to act, it will become action. Now action is an abstract noun. Accept is a verb. Now when we'll add ends as a suffix to accept, it will become acceptance. Now acceptance is also an abstract noun. Behave is a verb, and when we'll add ire as a suffix to behave, it will become behavior. Now behavior is also an abstract noun. Now some more examples are given here: judgment, invitation and removal.